Hope College Sports Information Director Alan Babbitt here, NCAA Division III Tournament second round here with victorious Wartburg College. Winners tonight over Hope College, knocking the defending national champions out of the NCAA tournament. And Wartburg moving on to the sectional round next weekend here with head coach Bob Amsbury, Jaden Murphy, and Brittany Young. Congratulations, Coach. If you could begin with an opening statement, and then we'll open for some questions.
Yeah, first, I just have so much respect for Coach Morehouse and his program and the way they do it. And, you know, reflecting back, we thought we might not even get into this thing. When the pairings came out, obviously we're really excited, and I told our group that we get through Friday and we get a chance to play the defending national champs on their court, and what more could you want? And then this group just believed in themselves, and you know, Coach Jacobs put this scout together and spot on, and our kids executed it really, really well. And we had to play differently today than we did yesterday. We had to play differently today to win this game than we have all year. And our group bought into that, and huge, 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 massive win. So proud of these guys. Told them that we didn't come over here to not keep winning. So, you know, our goal was to win the first one, and then I didn't want them to let that be the ceiling, and we talked about that. You know, a lot of teams, I think, make that mistake. They get in, maybe they shouldn't have. They win a game, and they're satisfied. And I don't want to be satisfied. I just want to keep going. And to do it with this group of people, you know, I walked out of practice this morning or this early afternoon and just thought about how blessed I am to be with this group of people. They're great, great, great people and pretty good basketball players.
Coach, what matchups were you able to take advantage of in order to win this game?
You know, it's against a team like this, it's we didn't try to exploit anybody. We just tried to exploit the way they play, and I thought we did a great job of that. Spacing is key. Handling pressure is key. And sometimes we haven't done those things very well, and today we did them really, really well. You know, controlling tempo was huge, and limiting them to 6 threes was a big reason we won the game today.
Brittany, you set the school record for most threes in a single season at Wartburg. Kind of tell us, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it's a really good feeling to have, but I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They really make me a better person, whether that's in practice or even in games. I couldn't be where I am today without them, and I'm just very blessed to have them by my side.
And then, I'm sorry, I'll switch to Jaden. Can you talk about the third quarter when they started coming back? The crowd came alive, but you guys, you know, maintained your composure and executed when you need to just keep them from getting closer than they did. What was the key in that moment when, you know, maybe other than a small pocket, well, a loud and boisterous Wartburg fans, that, you know, it was kind of you guys against the Hope world, so to speak. How did you guys handle that moment when they were making their run?
Yeah, right. You know, playing in that gym was crazy. You know, packed, loud, everything. So yeah, in that third quarter, you know, when things didn't start going our way, but we just stuck together, honestly, continued to believe in ourselves. I think we all did a good job of staying composed. That was everyone, bench, coaches, players, everyone, and just did what we needed to do on the court.
What was the conversation at the fourth quarter huddle? You know, obviously they're making that run at you that you probably expected. What did anything emphasized, or did you just kind of say, guys, just keep doing what we're doing?
Yeah, it was about just staying in the moment and controlling the things that we could control. You know, there were some things that didn't go our way in a stretch there where they made a run at us, and you know, just staying with the game plan, continuing to do what we're supposed to do, and controlling what we can control. And I think if we do that, we're a tough out.
And then Brittany, did you guys, you and your teammates, say anything to each other in that moment, you know, heading into the final 10 minutes to allow you to, you know, put this one away and not let it get any closer?
Yeah, I mean, our thing was just, we had 10 minutes to dig deep, starts on the defensive end, stay together. Like Jaden said, that the crowd was getting kind of wild and stuff, and we kept our composure and everything, and I think just staying together and kind of digging deep was our main thing.
Congratulations, Wartburg. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Thanks.
giving them some love.
Hope College Sports Information Director Alan Babbitt here with Hope College women's basketball team finishing with a 26-3 record after falling to Wartburg College tonight here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Here with seniors Claire Bagley, Savannah Feenstra, Kate Majerus, Ella McKinney, and Meg Morehouse, and head coach Brian Morehouse. Brian, if we could begin with an opening statement, and then we'll open for some questions.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, hats off to Wartburg. Played a great game. Shot. I mean, I haven't seen that. That's unbelievable shooting. I mean, they just didn't miss in the first half from three. You know, we had a little bit of a rough start, and then we started trading threes and twos. You know, and it doesn't add up very well. Got down. I'm incredibly proud of this team. The fight, the comeback, the crowd was unbelievable. You know, they put us on their back. That's one of the loudest crowds I've ever heard at the DeVos, and we needed them, and they gave us energy. And I don't know how these kids were even walking at the end. I mean, they played so many minutes, they played so hard, and they went to places I think that I didn't think that they could get to cut it down to 5 or 6. And but that just is like a microcosm of their college career, meaning. I've never had a group of people that have improved more as basketball players than the 5 people that are up here. I've never had a group that's fought harder and has really put their imprint on this program as far as like what having fun looks like, what work ethic looks like. You know, our young players and for players that are coming into our program next year, I mean, this group will be talked about for 30 years. I mean, they will come back and everybody will know who they are because of how they played and how they treated people, how hard they worked, how talented they were, and you know, endings suck. They suck, but I would not have wanted to go on this journey with anybody but the 5 women that are up here. And I know that sounds cliche. Every coach says that at the end of the year, but like. Not every coach goes through it with their daughter and her 4 of her best friends. I mean, that's pretty friggin' unique. And I mean, this journey this year has been one of the greatest experiences of my life as a coach. Greatest. Like, and these 5 made it that way. And yeah. So.
Claire, can you talk about the third quarter that Ella had for you guys and how big that was?
Yeah, that was huge. I think we went to the locker room and honestly we're like, we can win this game, we can fight. So I think Ella just really stepped up and we got her the ball and she was able to finish through contact, get a lot of and-ones, get the crowd energized, and then we got some stops on D. So that was huge for us. It's something that she does in practice. We all do in practice every day, so I mean, I'm not surprised, but.
Savannah, can you talk about how big the crowd was for you guys, especially in the third quarter in that rally?
The crowd was huge. I just remember looking over at one point and someone was running up and down the side, like trying to get them all hype, and even just being on the court, like it was so loud and we couldn't hear anything, but we just knew like they had our backs and they were lifting us up and they really carried us through that third quarter.
And Kate, or I mean all of you guys really, but this group that you guys have had, I think you guys have won something like 110 games and lost maybe 10, something like that. I mean, how can you sort of wrap your head around how amazing this run has been for you guys?
Yeah, it's been something like no other. To be coming from a program that not only highlights winning, but we highlight what it takes to win. So every year we start by creating a pyramid that's going to take us to hopefully all the way to the end. And unfortunately this year we didn't make it all the way to the end, but throughout the season we stuck with our kind of the bottom of the pyramid and what we find to be the necessities, and then we work our way up. So we do the basics, and it's everyday things that get us to where we want to go. So yeah.
Ella, can you, I mean, you guys didn't win this final game today, but you did a calendar year ago. You won the last game of the year. Can you sort of reflect on how big that means for you to graduate as a national champ?
Yeah, it's huge. It's what pretty much everyone in college comes to do, is to win the national championship. I mean, you want to work hard, you want to do it with your best friends, and to have done that, I'm going to be proud of myself and my teammates for the rest of my life. And unfortunately, we didn't end that way this year, but I'm still proud and I have no regrets for this year.
Coach, there's not too many coaches who coach their daughter. Can you sort of reflect on 4 years here coaching Meg?
Yeah, it's been the greatest journey of my life. I mean, she came in, wasn't really sold on coming here, to be honest with you, because playing for your dad is hard. And wondering about, how her teammates would accept her, and not wanting special treatment, wanting to make her own footprint, you come here and you're always going to be the coach's kid. But somehow it became not the coach's kid. It became Meg Morehouse. And I can't thank specifically that first group of kids when she was a freshman, how they accepted her and didn't treat her like my daughter. Like that was really, I thought, what got her off to a great start. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's been the people that her coming here and the way that she treats people and her work ethic. She became her own woman while she was here. And the really cool thing is that she brought the Ellas and the Claires and the Savs and the Kates and their parents into my life, and it became so much more than just basketball. It became like this bigger family, and we've always had a family atmosphere in our program, but it never like with these 5 and their parents. They live together. They're over at my house, and we went to Italy together. But my kid coming here, I thought would be good, but I could never have thought it would be this great. And some of that was basketball, but a huge part of that was all the other stuff that came with it.
Meg, what's it like calling your dad coach?
Well, I don't. I call him Dad, just because we decided my freshman year that it was just weird to call him coach. It just didn't feel natural. But this journey has been really, really special. And I think he touched on it earlier, but the girls in this program, when I came in as a freshman, laid the groundwork for the rest of my 4 years, and never once did I feel like the coach's kid. Never once did I feel like people were pointing at me for getting special treatment. These are I just made my own little path, and we all kind of became really close, and all of the girls, all 4 years, will be some of my best friends that I'll ever have in my entire life. That's really special. It's really, really special, and to get to play for your dad is something that I wish everyone could be able to experience. You get to see growing up how hard he works, how much time he puts in, how much he's out recruiting, and you don't really understand it, and you're like, yeah, Dad's a good coach, he wins a lot of games, whatever, he's just gone a lot, and Mom's making eggs at home all the time, but when you get here and you get to see him do what he does, you're just, it's amazing. The way, it's not even necessarily the coaching, it's the relationships he builds, the trust that he grows with the girls on the team, and his ability to just reach all of the girls on our team, no matter what they're like, what their background is. That's why we're good. It's not because he is an amazing coach. He's great at the X's and the O's, but
it's more than that. It's way more than that.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Thanks, everyone. Congratulations on a great season and fun to watch you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
The bed lid.